Hi guys, it's Lindsay and I am back with some more gluten-free, easy recipes that make perfect weeknight meals as well as easy lunches. And this week we are kind of doing spring recipes because I truly love spring produce and just like eating like lighter and fresher meals now that we're kind of leaving soup season behind, which is also sad. I love a good soup, but we've been having a heat wave, and so I have a couple new recipes I want to try out this week. One of my New Year's resolutions was to try cooking a new recipe every single week, and so far I've only missed like a couple weeks, but the real goal was just to find more recipes that I love and also try out new techniques. So there's a couple things I'm making this week that are new that I have never cooked before, and it can be a little scary, but it's also fun. And so I thought we should do it together. I already went to the grocery store last night, so I have everything put away. There's not gonna be a grocery haul in this video, but when I go to the grocery store, I always go with kind of a loose meal plan of breakfasts, lunches, and dinners that sound good. That way I don't overbuy at the grocery store or underbuy like key ingredients. And worst case scenario, I'll always just buy some like extra proteins if I am at the grocery store without a list, because you can kind of like do anything with a chicken, fish, or tofu. They are just like vehicles for flavor. This week, I know for breakfast, I want avocado toast, I want eggs with a side salad, just simple breakfast. For lunches, I have a lemon artichoke pasta salad with toasted pine nuts and grilled chicken that looks just so good and so summery. And then for dinners, I have a harissa chicken meatball recipe that I want to put in a bowl with some roasted vegetables or a side salad and some quinoa, baked salmon with potatoes and green beans. Very summery. It could also be like a niçoise salad with my leftovers, so that's something I had in mind. And then I also have shakshuka on my list. I love it at restaurants, but having it at home, I can supply my own gluten-free bread because most restaurants serve it to you with sourdough or something like delicious to soak up all the sauce. I'm also trying out using a microphone while I'm cooking. That worries me a little bit, just that this could like pop off and fall into my food, but we're just gonna give it a go and see how it goes. I just made a honey latte with 2 shots of decaf espresso, a spoonful of honey, and Califia Farms oat barista milk. I prefer almond, but I just couldn't find it. For breakfast today, I am making some avocado toast with this really good Whole Foods sourdough that's gluten-free. It's in the frozen section and it was $10, but I was just craving sourdough and it has the tang that you expect from sourdough. And I mixed my avocado with some lemon juice and topped my toast with chives, dill, red pepper flakes, and a drizzle of olive oil. I feel like all of those things combined just like make this taste like restaurant quality sourdough avocado toast. I also had an Aloha protein bar on my way out of the house in between meals because if I don't have protein with breakfast, I just always end up needing like a snack before lunch. Definitely recommend these. They are very good. Now for lunch, I am making a lemon artichoke pasta salad with grilled chicken, and you could definitely add whatever protein you like. I usually do beans in my pasta salads, but I thought I would switch it up this week and just follow this recipe to a T. I'm using a pre-marinated jar of quartered artichokes, so that makes things pretty easy. There's not as much chopping involved aside from the herbs and the chicken after it's cooked. Switching over to voiceover, I was having some audio issues, but I seasoned the chicken breast with roasted garlic, oregano, smoked paprika, salt and pepper, and cooked them with some avocado oil in a cast iron skillet for about 5 minutes on each side, or until the internal temperature is 165. While the chicken was cooking, I also boiled some water for my gluten-free fusilli and made the lemon vinaigrette, which I would highly recommend even if you don't make this pasta salad. It is such a good salad dressing dressing and really brought this entire recipe to life. I actually halved the pasta salad, but kept the salad dressing amounts the same and reused it throughout the week on the rest of my salads. But this was such a great, easy weekday lunch meal. I loved having it every single day this week. It kept really well and has to be one of my new favorite pasta salads. It's 6:30 and I am making meatballs for the first time, and this recipe has lots of herbs, harissa, and garlic, so I think it'll be tasty. I'm also making a side of rice and going to cook it in chicken broth just for some more flavor. And then I bought a tahini sauce from the brand Sunny that I think will be really good with it. It's basically tahini with herbs, lemon juice, jalapeno, spices, and spirulina. So I think it'll be nice just in case they come out dry. That is like my main concern. For how intimidated I was to make meatballs for the first time, it is actually so much easier than I thought, and they came out so flavorful because of all the fresh parsley and dill. I used a little scooper to make sure that they were all the same size, and then just baked them for almost the entire time and broiled them at the end, just for a little bit of color. I think next time I'd like to try adding breadcrumbs and maybe pan frying them first for some more color, but this was delicious, and I served them with the rice and some greens dressed with that lemon vinaigrette, and it was super tasty. The next day for breakfast, I had more avocado toast, but with some scrambled eggs, and for lunch, I had my pasta salad and a Fuji apple. For dinner, I baked some little red potatoes with olive oil, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and fresh dill, along with some salmon coated with paprika, salt, pepper, garlic, and some lemon zest, and baked them at the same time as the potatoes at 425 for about 12 to 15 minutes. I also blanched some green beans because I forgot I had them in the fridge and sauteed them with some garlic, and this all went together so well with the lemony side salad. The next day, my breakfast and lunch were a repeat, but I had to get the most out of my $10 loaf of bread and let you guys know that the pasta salad was still very good on day 3. It just needed a bit more dressing. And for a Friday night dinner, we went to the Erewhon Hot Bar. I got the spicy tofu, garlic miracle noodles, buffalo cauliflower, and we split some carrot cake, which is gluten-free and so good. It is pricey, but worth it for a date night. I also wanted to share the weekend brunch I made using the random groceries I had left on Saturday, because I always like to use up whatever herbs and, half of an onion I have in the fridge. So I made shakshuka with half an onion, 2 cloves of garlic, sauteed with crushed tomatoes, a lot of spices, herbs, and 4 eggs, just cooked with a lid on top. And I think I might have had the heat on a little high. It could have been saucier, but for never making it, I think it turned out okay, and it was so good with the rest of my sourdough toast. I also want to say thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Whether you're just starting out or currently running a growing business, you need a website, and Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that makes it easier than ever to create the website you're envisioning all in one place. They have thousands of customizable templates, visual design effects that will really make your website stand out from the rest, and built-in AI technology, which combines 2 decades of design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology, which can really help get the ball rolling. I've been using Squarespace for years, and it's what I recommend to all of my peers in creative fields because it really just simplifies the website process so much, and they also offer great opportunities to monetize your content if that's something that you're interested in through the use of subscriptions or a paywall. So in order to access your content, your subscribers can pay a one-time fee or a subscription for access. If you're interested in checking out Squarespace at any time this year, you can get a free trial at squarespace.com, and when you're ready to launch, use the code lindseyrem at checkout to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of the recipes and tools that I used in this video will be linked in the description box, and I will see you guys later. Bye guys.